Agreed. We move on now to motion 112 in the Arts, Sports, Tourism section. This will be moved by Senator Alan Kelly, the Labour candidate for the European elections in Ireland South. Alan.
Good morning, delegates. You're great, brave souls to be here this morning. This is a very difficult year for Irish tourism after many good years. And I have spoken to the industry at home on many occasions as party spokesperson on tourism. And I've also spoken to many of those who are working with the trade overseas. And they've seen a significant shift over the last 6 to 8 months in their business. The figures for January show that despite some resilience, particularly from the North American market, there are troubling times ahead. And this is an industry which has grown hugely in the last number of years and needs to prepare for a different competitive nature that's going to be in place. The British market in particular will become a huge issue. Our nearest neighbours are our largest contributors to the visitors of this country. But unfortunately, we're facing challenging times there. There are currency problems that are making it harder for us to compete. There are also issues with consumer confidence, which is affecting the nearest market to us. However, we have to be innovative and address these, and I'll be putting forward some ideas in relation to that later. The government have stated that they have a policy and a strategy to make us more competitive. But to be fair, this minister really doesn't. He's just rehashed old documents and presented them with a modern byline. Fianna Fáil, unfortunately, still sees this Department of Arts, Sports and Tourism as a facility to dole out grants to its cronies. That's the principal problem. There is no broad vision of how to make us competitive again. No desire to market our unique country and culture differently. In short, they're not thinking outside the box. That's why we had tax break hotels being built all over the country in places that they weren't needed. And that's why they are now closing down and be reconstituted as nursing homes under yet another tax scheme. I personally work for Bord Fáilte and Fáilte Ireland. I know what it is like to sell Ireland. At times, to be fair, it was quite easy. At other times, it has been quite difficult. You constantly have to be reinventing yourself, constantly trying to stay one step ahead of the rest. We lost stability under this government. However, we can get it back. But the first thing we have to do is clean up the mess that is there and start showing leadership. Leadership that says that it is not right that someone who has admitted he broke the ethics laws to stay on the board of a state agency. Leadership and conviction that says it is insane that we have 3 national tourism agencies on the island of Ireland. We're the only island in the world that went into a room to create 1 tourism agency and came out with 3. Furthermore, it's absolutely crazy in these times to even countenance the fact that we have 9 boards formulating tourism policy in Ireland. 1 for Tourism Ireland, 1 for Fáilte Ireland, 1 for Dublin Tourism, and 1 for each of the other 5 regions, except Shannon, which for good measure has 2. How can we have joined up thinking? How on earth can we get anything done? We need to develop a policy that pushes international tourism to our regions, promotes the value of domestic tourism, ensures sustainability while respecting workers whose rights, unfortunately, have often been trampled on in this sector. Colleagues, we need to get back to the thinking of Noel Toolan, the man who created Tourism Brand Ireland. Out-of-the-box thinking. Under this government, that will never happen. We need to change it. I ask you to support this motion.
Thank you, Alan.